welcome back everybody. So today is Wednesday, the 19th of August, 2020. I want to apologize for not getting this lecture up last night for our normal a lot of class time from 4 to 6:50 p.m. on Tuesdays. I had some stuff come up. I was unable to shoot the lecture, so I do apologize about that. Hopefully everyone's already got their book ordered and it has already reviewed over the PowerPoints. If not, that's okay. Go ahead and order your book, please. Get that on its way. We're going to be using it a lot to work through problems at the end of the chapters, as we do not have like a Cengage My Lab for this course. I'm not going to bog you down with that stuff, like I said in the introduction. So I just want to remind everyone one more time before we get into chapter 1. Here's the introduction to the course right here. I shot it earlier this morning, so that just pretty much goes over the syllabus, which is located up here, and pretty much the layout of the shell in Moodle. So really just take some time to watch that introduction to the course video. It's not long. I think it's about 20. Next, I need everyone to get on here and introduce themselves on this form done by this Saturday. I believe it's this Saturday, August 22nd at 11:59. Some people have already. Please go ahead and get that in. And I'll be going off these PowerPoints today for chapter 1. So let's go ahead and flip back over to the PowerPoints. I just want to point out that I'm not going to get into actually like writing out anything today. We're going to save that for next Tuesday. We're just going to get through these slides, and then on Tuesday when we meet next week at our normal meet time at 4 o'clock, then we'll go over some of the actual problems that we would expect to see on a quiz or on an exam. So that way we know what the questions look like. So once again today, I'm just going to get through these slides and try to explain everything the best I can. I would suggest everyone reading the book. It really, this is a great book. It does a really good job of just breaking down the material in depth, and it does a really good job as far as with these business combinations. There's worksheets that you have to do, that these companies have to prepare, and it does a great job explaining these worksheets. So I highly advise everyone to read the chapters as we move through the content. It'll make these slides make a lot more sense, and it'll make the problems a lot easier as we work through them. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into chapter 1. It is business combinations, in particular, new rules for a long-standing business practice. Okay, chapter 1, learning outcomes or objectives. We want to describe the major economic advantages of business combinations. Also differentiate between accounting for an acquisition of assets and accounting for an acquisition of a controlling interest in common stock of a company. We also want to explain the basics of the acquisition model, allocate the acquisition price to the assets and liabilities of the acquired company, demonstrate an understanding of the tax issues that arise in an acquisition, then explain the disclosure that is required in the period in which an acquisition occurs, apply the impairment test to goodwill and adjust goodwill when needed. And then in the appendix back here, the estimate the value of goodwill. I'm not really going to get into that. It's the very last slide. I'll touch on it, but you won't see anything like that on homework. Likewise, you won't have to worry about seeing that on if anyone's interested in trying to obtain their CPA license. So I'm really going to try to tailor this course to what I know is going to be tested on the CPA exam if people want to sit for that. And so I'm going to kind of gear it towards that. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and just hop on into the content and start getting through these objectives here. So economic advantages of combinations. Okay. So pretty much there's a lot of different types of mergers here. There's a backward vertical integration, a forward vertical integration. We have a horizontal merger, product extension merger, market extension merger, or a conglomerate merger. So these are the different types of mergers that we have. For this class, I'm not really concerned with you knowing exactly what each of these mergers are. Just know that there is many types of mergers. Okay. For example, say product extension merger. Obviously, then that's where companies want to extend their product line, so they're going to merge with a company that has the product that they want to expand upon. Same thing with market. Maybe they'll acquire another company or another firm in a different industry or a different market to try to gain share. So that's pretty much the different types of mergers here. Okay. The term merger is going to apply when an existing company acquires another company and then combines that company's operations with its own. Okay, now the term consolidation applies when two or more previously separate firms join and become one new continuing company. So that's just a little background on the types of combinations and mergers and stuff. Okay, possible tax advantages. Okay, you can accept stock to create a tax-free reorganization. So if you accept stock, then obviously you're deferring your gain or your money that you would be receiving. Whereas if you would just cash in immediately, you would have a tax liability with the IRS. So if you accept stock to create a tax-free reorganization, you can defer your taxes, which is nice. So you can still just hold your position without paying your tax. Transferable carry forward feature of net operating losses. So if a company has a net operating loss that they've been carrying forward from previous periods that they had net operating losses, then if you are going into a business combination, you can actually carry those forward through that combination. So that's nice. You can actually benefit from that on taxes that you were paying netted against your earnings that the original company had. So that's a nice little feature there with dealing with the economic advantages of combinations there. And then net taxable income company. So we just have that one income for the two companies there. Okay, acquisition of control. So acquisition of assets. All right, so we can have an acquisition of assets.